Hey everyone, here to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins in Game 2 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, this game was good if you like scoring and no goaltending, um, for one team at least. As we all know, the Boston Bruins did win that game 6-1. The Penguins didn't show up at all. There was no effort whatsoever. Um, I will get into the stats here in a minute, but Pittsburgh cannot keep this up. Any Pittsburgh fan will tell you, any hockey fan for that matter, will tell you Pittsburgh just seems like they don't want it anymore. Somehow, for some reason, they just don't want to play now that it's the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, Boston just seems to want it more right now through these two games. So, that being said, let's get into some of the stats and a little bit more of a breakdown of the game, shall we? Alright, now, one big stat that sticks out to me is that the Bruins did outshoot the Penguins 29 to 27. Given the Penguins had one more power play, but they didn't capitalize on either of them, so that goes out the window right there. Next thing is, for the Penguins, something they rarely do, and that is giveaways. They had 12 giveaways in this game. You cannot keep turning the puck over and expect to win games, especially when both teams only had 5 takeaways apiece. So, I mean, they were pretty even on the takeaways portion, but the Penguins just giving the puck up 12 times in a game, not going to happen. They also are doing something that they did last year against the Philadelphia Flyers, is that they just want to come out, they want to hit, they want to be aggressive, which is all fine and dandy if you're winning a hockey game. If you're not winning, you need to do something else. While they did it last year, and we all know what happened in that series. The Penguins ultimately lost that series. They need to go back to playing how they were in the beginning of the playoffs when they were playing the Islanders and against Ottawa. They played sound team hockey. Their stars were getting involved. They looked like they wanted to be there. They were flying around, shooting everything they could on goal, and that ultimately won them hockey games and got into the Eastern Conference Finals. Why they're getting away from that, I have no idea. This this cannot keep going on if the Penguins want to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm still going with my prediction that the Penguins will turn around. I think it will go 7 games though. It will take them 7, but I do think that the Stanley Cup Finals will be Chicago and Pittsburgh. Like I said, Chicago and Pittsburgh um, right now are well, not right now, but throughout the regular season and most of the playoffs were the better teams in the East and Western conferences. Now, Chicago was playing like they were the best team with the 2-0 lead against the defending Stanley Cup champion LA Kings, whereas the Penguins are playing like they look like they shouldn't have even made it past the first round of the playoffs and beat the Islanders. Shouldn't even got to the Ottawa series. Um, Playing like the way they are. Yeah, it's nice to see the Penguins come out and be physical and want to try and rough up their opponent, but obviously that strategy is not working. They have been outscored 9-1 in the first 2 games of the Eastern Conference Finals. They've given up 9 goals in 2 games. Unacceptable. Tomas Vokoun not playing like he was in when since he's came into the playoffs, since he's took over in game 3 of the first round. He came in and he played lights out. He stopped everything that they threw at him. You couldn't get a puck by Tomas Vokoun, and then all of a sudden you're going to give up 6 goals in 2 games? Not going to get it done. Fleury, I mean, we seen he got pulled in the first series. So we all know his play. Given he stepped it up a little bit, coming in the first period and then only giving up 3 goals in 2 periods. I mean, Boston's still flying around and doing what they need to do. But a little bit of bright side, if neither of these goaltenders work out, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Baby Penguins have a fantastic goaltender in Zatkov that they can move up now because Wilkes-Barre Scranton has been eliminated from their like I was saying, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins have made a nice run, and now their season is done. They will not be advancing to the AHL finals to see who will be the champion of that league, but they made a good run at it. Now, their goaltender Zakov is a fantastic goaltender and will probably be a pro one day. When Fleury and Vokun decide to hang up the pads, the Penguins do have a lot of talent that is coming up. But right now, I mean, you're down 2-0. I mean, the goaltending hasn't been there. I would give it one more game, and if neither Vokun or the Flower can produce, bring Zatkov up. What do you have to lose besides giving someone who you're building in your minor league team? If you're trying to build him there, why not give him a little bit of playoff experience? Let him see what it's going to be like when they eventually do move him up, and he will get moved up very, very soon. I have been keeping a close eye on him, and I like what he's doing down there. Not going to be long before he's no longer a baby Penguin, and he becomes an actual Pittsburgh Penguin. Well, that's what I have to say about everything. Pittsburgh needs to pick it up. There's no other way to putting it. They need to play better. Um, Looking forward to seeing what they'll do in Game 3 in Boston. I mean, if they can't win at home, I don't like their chances in Boston, but hoping they need to get one just to bring it back to Pittsburgh, and everything will be good to go. Would love to keep my playoff beard going a little bit longer because it is the best it's ever been, but can only do what they'll allow me to do. So until next time, you keep doing what you do. I'll keep you up to date with everything sports.